Well, it's been described by some as one of the most famous instruments in the world. Last night, an audience in Kearney heard the sounds of a cello dating back to 1733. And TV's Lauren Scharf has the story of how the music and the musician came together.
Cello wasn't his first love. It all started with a crush at 10 years old.
I didn't really dare talking to her, so I thought that playing cello would make me close to her. And that was the reason to start playing cello. But I didn't get close to the girl, and I got close to the cello.
Starting classical music a bit late, his parents gave him a cassette tape of a famous cello musician.
Heard it every single night and fell asleep with it. I didn't know that this is Pablo Casals, so this is a special cello. I just fell in love with the sound of cello. And that's what kept me going in the first years, just to try to imitate this kind of sound. Little did I know, 25 years later, I'm holding the same very cello that was on that tape cassette.
Connecting him to how he became a musician, it took a while for Peled to distinguish himself from the great Pablo Casals and not just be a guest holding the cello.
Since I started to get used to it, I found that those great instruments are not great because a player made them sound so great. It's because they are great pieces of art, and every person, by knowing how to handle them, can find their own voice with it.
During performances, he likes to interact with those at his concerts and see how people react. Before coming to Kearney, he played in Iowa, where he spotted someone listening in a different way.
He came with tears and he said, "I haven't seen or heard this cello since 1955, and I missed it so much." And he was just crying, looked at the cello, and he said, I couldn't believe that anybody could make this cello sound so good as you did. And that made me cry, because great cellists have touched this piece of wood, and it's not easy to treat it.
To keep the instrument in pristine condition, the cello has to be kept in 40 to 60% humidity, using humidifiers and wet towels while on the road.
So actually the most dangerous spot without humidity is on stage. But then it gets my sweat and my heart, so I think that makes up for it.
Hoping this tool expresses musicians and their feelings better.
So I'm just a passenger, just sharing emotion through it, and I hope not to be the last one.